Hi, there will be a special video today. I trade live with a subscriber from the Telegram channel. He wrote to me that he wanted to understand how to apply the signals and how trading on the system works in general. And I said, let's do it live. Now we will connect to the call and go through the trading session together. Without montage, without lying to each other, only the screen, trades and real trading. Watch to the end. Let's summarize the results at the end. And if you want to get into the same session, the link in the description below. Write to the manager. Hi bro, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly. I'm glad you responded. And honestly, I can still believe it.
Of course, we're all human here. I'm always in favor of direct communication. Tell me, what did you come with today? What do you want to understand?
Listen, I have been sitting in the channel for a long time. I see signals, I try to log in, but sometimes I don't understand why this particular entrance and how to get the timing. And in general, I want to see how you do it by yourself,
Great. Okay, we'll go through everything together now. Look, you're going to open the platform, show the screen, and I'll tell you which deal to open. And you look and understand. Is it convenient for you if I comment on each transaction, explaining why we are entering?
Yeah, it would be great. I take a notebook with me, so I will just write it down.
Okay, great. Let's get it started then. So here we are on the platform. Let's start setting up right away. First, you need to put candles in the chart types, then time frames, 1 minute. Now we turn to the indicators themselves. You need to turn on the MACD. Keep the setting as standard. Today we will trade on odd CHF. Its profit margin is 92%. And bet the transaction amount on $101. The transaction time is 1 minute.
Yep, so I have set everything up. We can start.
Look at the charts and open a deal to raise. Look, I'm explaining why we opened this promotion deal. The price has reached the 0.50 level, which is an important support level that has previously been worked out as a reversal zone. The chart shows how, after a strong downward momentum, candlesticks with long lower tails began to form, indicating that the sellers stopped and demand appeared. This is the first signal. Now we are looking at the MACD indicator. The histogram begins to shrink, and the signal line is approaching a reversal. This is a classic sign that the downward momentum is losing strength. We do not enter simply in hope, but act according to the system. A strong level, confirmation by the oscillator, the visual weakness of sellers.
Okay, I have got it pretty clear, but I think a couple more deals will make it easier for me to understand this system.
Super! The first trade closes with a profit of $193 and your balance increases.
I even don't believe it. Everything is happening before my eyes and it's real. So let's not delay and move on.
So it's time for the second deal. Put the amount of $193 and open a deal for a raise. Look, now let's look at why we opened this promotion deal. Firstly, we see that the downward momentum has been going on without stopping, but the last candlesticks are starting to narrow and sales are appearing from below. This indicates that the selling pressure is easing. Now we are looking at the MACD. The histogram has started to shrink and green bars have appeared for the first time in the entire downward momentum. This indicates a possible slowdown in the downtrend and the beginning of a reversal.
I got it. With each trade, I start to understand the weight better and better, so I see that the MACD is showing a clear signal.
The main thing is to pay attention to all the factors, and the deal is already being completed and is successful again. Congratulations! $370 is already on the balance. We are moving on?
Whoa, I really can hardly believe it. I'm very happy with the result, but it's hard to stop, and let's move on.
If you're tired of losing money on meaningless entries, it's time to stop playing guessing games. In my Telegram channel, you receive daily signals with clear logic, analysis, and confirmation from the system. I share not only entry points, but also strategies, training, and feedback from real traders who have already gained ground. Access to the channel is not open to everyone. We are gradually closing the entrance to maintain quality and focus on those who really want to grow. The link is in the description. Seize the moment while it's still there. If you want to earn systematically, not merge, join us. Open a trade for $371 to decrease. Since after a sharp drop the price tried to roll back up, it looked like an impulse trap. The market maker collected liquidity and did not allow the growth to continue. A candle with a long tail at the bottom and a weak body at the top is a sign of exhausted movement. On the MACD, the histogram began to change color, a signal of a slowdown.
By the way, everything is simple and clear here. I realized that I just needed practice.
Yeah, you're right, everything happens over time, but our last deals ended with success again, and the balance has grown to $712. Congratulations on the profit!
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I will practice more, and I will definitely come back to you with even better results.
I'll be waiting, bro. Good luck! That's it. The session is over. We have opened 3 deals. Each of them is a plus. The subscriber's initial deposit is $101, and total amount of the account is $712. Without magic, no risk at random, just a clear analysis system and trading on signals with a real-time explanation. And that's exactly what I want you to understand. He came with uncertainty and a lot of questions, but he left with a result and an understanding of how to work with the market, not play with it. You can sit and continue to scroll through the videos, or you can become the next participant. Not just a spectator, but a person who really takes a step forward. The Telegram link is in the description. Write to the manager, I want to go to a live session, and maybe next time you will be on this screen, sitting with me and catching real deals. The market is not waiting, but you can still make it. Let's go to work for real. See you in the next session and see you in the next video.